Looking through the kitchen window, cooking with Homestead Tessie. Everybody, and welcome to my video. Welcome to my home. This comes from the More for Less cookbook. It is a Mennonite, very old cookbook, and it's more for less, and it's called the 6-layer dish. This is something that I have been making for the last 34 years. It is a family favorite, and I thought I would share it with you. It calls for a pound of ground beef. I'm only using a half a pound, and that way we can actually make it even more frugal than it already is. All right, I'm gonna assemble everything together. I prepared all the food yesterday, so all we have to do is put it all together. We're gonna add the 2 medium potatoes, 2 medium carrots, and a half cup of rice that's uncooked, onions, and some tomatoes. Well, let me just put it together. It's so easy. We're basically gonna make like a lasagna. We're just gonna layer it into our pan. I'm gonna make double, so I have enough for a large family. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up the potatoes and make a layer of potatoes. You want to slice your potatoes rather thin. So each recipe calls for 2 potatoes. And next, we're going to go ahead and have a layer of carrots. And then a layer of onion. Half a cup of rice. And then some ground beef. We're going to top it with some canned tomatoes. All right, it calls for a little brown sugar on top. So just sprinkle a little brown sugar. And now we're going to cover it, and we're going to bake it at 300 for over 2 hours. It is 300 for 2 to 3 hours. So this is not something that you make quickly. All right, I'll show you what it looks like when we're finished. Yum, yum. It looks amazing. I can't wait to give it a try. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that recipe. If you're interested, the More for Less cookbook is one of those cookbooks that you really should have in your kitchen. They don't make cookbooks like them anymore. It's basically was written for missionary families, and it taught people how to use what they have. I've been really shocked at the prices of the grocery store, and there's hundreds and millions of videos on that, so I really don't do a whole lot of talking about it, but I will have some in upcoming videos. You know, we're all forced now to have to use what we have. And so whether you're cutting up lemons that have reached their maturity and they're starting to go bad, I'm cutting these up to put them in the dehydrator. And then I will use them for seasonings for different foods. You know, we can't waste anything. And so I have a bucket where I put all of my waste, and that will be composted because I can't give the lemons to the chickens. Chickens are not supposed to have any kind of citrus. So we can't waste anything, and we have to learn to think outside the box when it comes to cooking. And cooking is the #1 way where you can waste money. You know, a lot of people used to go out to eat, you know, when they were tired. You don't see that so much. You don't see the long lines at the McDonald's or the fast food anymore, simply because people don't have the money. And so we go to the grocery store and we try to find exactly what we can that's really cheap. And you still can find food. So this is not discouragement at all. You can find reasonable priced food. You just have to eat maybe food that you weren't used to eating before. We can't have expensive cuts of meat like chicken or beef, but we still can get onions and potatoes and carrots. We still can get all these things relatively frugal, not like it used to be. Now, I think it's important to reach out to your farmer's market and to go to food auctions to grow your own food. Basically, I'm going to be sharing a lot of growing my own food. I expanded my garden as far as the items that I am planting, and I'm hoping that that will really help reduce the price of our groceries. Also, you can plant things on your deck or anywhere on your porch in containers. You would be surprised how much you can grow just using your container gardening. We noticed a big thing, and that was with saving money, was growing sprouts. We are growing sprouts on our windowsill, and that is supplementing us a lot for our green leafy vegetables right now when it's springtime and they're not mature yet. So all these things can help you in saving money. Compost all of your food scraps. Grow sprouts. Find things at your local discount grocery store. And use everything that you have wisely. It's Homestead Tessie coming to you with a product review, and that is this air quality detector. So this is going to detect the quality of our air. I'm going to go ahead and open up the box and we'll see what all does it show and what I think of the product. The quality air detector will read out your CO, your CO2, the HCHO, the TVOC, and the AQI. Upon research, you can find out what all of this stands for, but this is to record the quality of your air, and if there would be a problem with your air, there would be an alarm and there would be a readout that would explain to you exactly what is the problem.